Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to some more Stompingland. Unfortunately, the save game feature really isn't present in this game unless you pick the exact same server. And every server that I've picked will be, for example, like full, and then I'll come back to it the next day, and then it's like completely dead. So I think people are kind of just randomly bouncing from server to server right now, which is kind of unfortunate because every time I try and start... Wow, there's a lot of TPs going up over there. There's like a little village over there going up. But every time I try and start back where that server was, so that way I can kind of pick up where we left off, the server either just doesn't exist anymore or something along those lines happens. So basically what I'm going to do until another sort of save feature comes along is I'm going to just be a manhunter. I'm just going to create the things that I need, such as like bolas, maybe a spear, bow and arrow, that sort of stuff. And we're just going to go searching for man. I see a couple of TPs going up over there, so we definitely got some civilization very close here. I gotta keep an eye on those guys so that they don't get the jump on me. I've been playing a lot off camera, and I've been able to bowl quite a few people and drag them around and kill them and get some pretty good PvP action in. What I like to do is I like to do like home invasions. I'll go inside their teepees when they're building or something like that, and then kill them while they're in there, which is pretty much what all these games are about, is just the PvP aspect of it. Wow, this tree is like completely out of wood. There we go. Alright, so we can't quite make anything that I want to make just yet. Now we can make a spear. Okay, well, I got some bolas and a spear. There we go. I think we'll be good with this for now. The bow and arrow is really nice. I just haven't mastered it yet, so we're going to be on the prowl here, guys. We're being the man hunters. We're going to creep through the woods. We're going to try and pick these guys off one by one. Problem is they're like really out in the open over there. So getting over there to them is going to be a little challenging. But I see at least 3 teepees and a totem up, which means they probably might have a little clan thing going on there. And another thing we've got to be very cautious about are these dinosaurs. These ones are very aggressive over here. Those are aggressive dinosaurs. I see movement over there on the beach, so they are still over there building. Trying to move into there undetected is going to be a challenge, without triggering or aggroing any of these dinosaurs here. So I don't know if all 3 of them are in that campsite or not. So we're going to kind of take a little bit of time and scout it out a little bit here before we go barging in there. The bad thing is too, guys, another thing I just thought of as to why that might not be a good idea is those TPs are their spawn points. So if I kill them, they're just going to spawn right there. So if I kill 1, 2, or even all 3 of them, they're all going to just respawn. And then they're going to have the jump on me. So maybe if I can bola one of them and knock one of them down and then kill the other one, that could be a possibility. I'm just trying to circle around their encampment here. and see if I can get a better view of what they've got going on here. Oh crap, there's one of them right there. He just ran right past me. Okay, two of them just ran right past me. Okay, there's three teepees there. Which tells me they left one guy alone, maybe? And these two guys went out hunting. So maybe now's our chance to go check out this this campsite here. Yeah, I don't see the third guy. Okay, so there is no third. There's only two, which is good. Two is better than three when it comes to doing what I'm about to do. These guys are armed. I did see one of them have a spear and the other one had a bow and arrow. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to stick into the bushes here because they ran right past me. They didn't even see me. So these guys went off hunting somewhere. So we can either kind of hang out and wait for them to return back to camp, or we can go hunting them, which is kind of what I'm thinking I would like to do. Because if I sit around their camp, they're just going to respawn there and be able to kill me. So what I would like to try and do is get a well-placed bola throw on one of them, and then that way he'll be incapacitated for me to try and kill the other guy, and then I can kill the guy on the ground. The question is where do these guys run off to? I got an aggressive dinosaur walking up behind me here, so I got to be very, very careful with him. Because I did not make a bow and arrow, so I have no ranged right now. And there's a lot of people dying, so I wonder if that might have been those two guys that took off. There's another totem over here. Let's go check this out. The more inland you go is where the larger dinosaurs are, like the Triceratops and the T-Rex and all that other stuff. Your typical dinosaurs on the beach line, which is where I've spent a lot of my time, is where those I don't even know the names of those guys there, the ones that charge at you. And then the Gallimimus. I haven't even seen a herd or anything yet either. There's supposed to be like herds of dinosaurs that'll charge around and... Alright, so we have a campfire here. We have a totem and a small box there. So this looks like maybe an abandoned camp. This is a full server as well. I think it's got a max slot of 24 people in it. Oh, snap. Those are the guys you got to be careful for. those guys will charge at you. And like I said, without me having a bow and arrow, I have no range to defend myself right now. I mean, I can easily make one, but I should have taken advantage. I should have taken advantage of those two guys that walked past me. I should have got one of them. I should have monopolized on that, that's for sure. Okay, so we let that guy slip past us there. So like I said, we're just going to be some manhunters now. I probably should have boloed the bat guy, now that I think about it. What the hell was that? I think we stumbled across a bigger dinosaur here, guys. He's very close. Oh my gosh, where is he? I hear him. I don't see him anywhere. I think it would be really wise for me to make a bow really quick. Oh God, don't look over here. Oh God, don't come over here. That was close. Okay. Whew. That was close. Okay, we're good. Okay, back to building. I don't remember exactly how many I needed for a bow. So there's 3 stone. Oh my gosh, these things are everywhere. Here, let's just come right over here. Oh God. I'm surrounded right now. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. This is not good. Of all things, I don't want to die by a dinosaur. Okay, that's just a... there we go. We spooked him out of here. I just don't want to be killed by the dinosaur. No. Pick up the wood and put it in our crate. There you go. Alright. I think we need maybe a little bit more stone. Let's get 5 pieces of wood just to be safe. Oh, we can make a bow already. Sweet. Okay, perfect. So now we've got some bolas, we've got a spear, and a bow for ranged. Now we can continue our manhunt. And we can defend ourselves against one of these things if they charge at us now. Alright, let's continue our hunt. We gotta be very, very careful with these things. I'd like to know where that other dinosaur I heard went. He sounded pretty big. I want to know how big this island is in general. This island has got to be massive. Because I've yet to, like, I've played a lot of this, you know, outside of recording, and I've walked for quite a ways before and never reached. Whoa. Check that bad boy out. What is that? Oh, he's chasing somebody. Who's he after? He just went stomping off after somebody. Or something. What the heck was that? Oh, he's way over there now. Okay, maybe that's our cue to go the other way, because that thing seems pretty aggressive, and looks like somebody just died too. I don't know if it was due to that dinosaur or what, but oh, look at this guy. See, look, we're actually starting to see some other dinosaurs here for once now. Check that one out. That one's pretty cool. I forgot the name of that one. That one's got the huge, like, mace ball on his tail that'll whip around and kill you. Oh, sweet. There's a Triceratops back there, too. Check that bad boy out. This is definitely where all the action is with the dinosaurs, that's for sure. Yeah, there's a nice little Triceratops right there. Nice. Okay. Let's just keep searching here, guys. We'll keep searching. Oh, aggressive dinosaur. I guarantee you a lot of the people that are playing are probably all on the beach line where they spawn. Seems that's where a lot of people make their houses and do all their little groups is on the beach. Whereas me, I'd want to be out here somewhere. There's another big dinosaur over there. I don't think that's the T-Rex, though. That's pretty tiny for a T-Rex. I've not seen a T-Rex yet. I don't think that's him. He's pretty tiny. Cave systems are another thing you really want to find, too, is a cave system. Because that's where you get a lot of expertise. And that's where you can get the, I guess there's a plant in there you can get that will allow you to tame and to ride a dinosaur. And that's going to be one of our goals, is to find a cave. Find a cave system and to tame a dinosaur and ride it. So I guess apparently you got to kill the dinosaur, use this plant to bring it back to life, and then you're allowed to tame it. And then ride it around like a horse. I'm just not seeing any other players out this far. But at the same time, this is kind of good exploration to figure out and to see what kind of other dinosaurs that are exploring the land, because what it boils down to is a lot of these guys are just camping the coastline. You know, they're building up the teepees and all that other stuff. But right now, unfortunately, Stompingland, it is an amazing game. Unfortunately, there just isn't a whole lot to do right now. Yeah, I mean, literally, you can build everything in the game. Bolas, spear, torch, shield, a bow and arrow. You know, your teepee, your totem, your fire pit, all that sort of stuff. You can build all that probably within half an hour, 45 minutes to even an hour. You have everything in the game already. So from there, it's kind of just up to you if you want to go looking for caves, go cave diving, get lost, get a bunch of expertise, try and tame a dinosaur, and kill other players. unless you play on like a PvE server. Just unfortunately right now, that's really all there is to do until they add more content, add more dinosaurs, that sort of stuff. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything out here yet. I was kind of hoping to find a herd or something for you guys. I guess he took that shot like a champ. Let's see if we can hit him again. There we go, we dropped him. Now you can chop him up and get some meat if you want it. There you go, there's some meat for somebody if they want it. I was kind of hoping we can stumble across some more dinosaurs, or maybe a solo person out here surviving that we can bolo them and take advantage of them, but I'm not seeing anything out here. Right before I started recording, I found an encampment of guys. I ended up killing one of them, and then the other two, one of them left, and then I boloed one of them, drug him outside the camp, and then killed him and waited for his buddy to come back. It was pretty cool, and of course it's always the times when you're not recording is when that sort of stuff happens. But now I'm just not coming across anybody out this far. It's a beautiful land, though. It is definitely beautiful. I think the bad thing about it is, though, is unfortunately, if you do build out this far, you're never going to find your house again. Unless they do something like they do in Forest and give you like a house marker that kind of lets you know that, hey, that's where my house is at. It looks like we're coming up on the beach again, though. See, that guy that died, he had 160 expertise. Well, that guy just died with 149. That's a lot of expertise to get. Yeah, see, we're back to the beach line here. So we can take a look back down here at the beach and see if we come across anybody really quick. So I'm going to run along this beach line and see if we come across anybody really quick. We got to see a couple of neat dinosaurs at least, though, right? I mean, you know, it was better than nothing. This game has got a lot of potential, though. I just think with it being in early alpha stages right now, there's just really not a whole lot to do with it. I'm trying to get me and the kids and the family and everything getting into play this together. The problem is I'm worried about us finding each other. Just like how you would in DayZ or any other survival game, that's going to be the hardest part, is finding all the family members and getting them all together. Yeah, I'm not seeing any movement here at all. Usually people, for some reason, everybody feels... I even did it my first time, so I can't knock it, but everybody feels the need that they've got to build their TPs and all their stuff right on the beach line. Which, to me, I think just leaves you way out exposed in the open for people like me that are manhunting. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything down here so far. Not even so much as a teepee. Well, unfortunately, I think this manhunting extravaganza was a fail. I think we should have monopolized and taken advantage of the two guys that walked right past us at the beginning of the video. I think those were the only two people I've been able to find so far. And this map is so large. I think the biggest slot servers you can have right now is 24 slots. But if you think about it, guys, 24 people on a map this large, there can be times where you probably rarely will run into anybody because of how large the map is. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on this beach line here at all. I'm just going to continue to go down just around this curve here. And if I don't pick up anybody, then we'll wrap it up here. I haven't even stumbled across any cave systems yet either. A cave system would have been nice. We could have explored that together. Maybe we'll find one next episode and we'll do some cave exploring. Oh, I think we're actually back to where those players were, by the way. Those 3 teepees down here. We got a feeling that's where we're back to. If so, we'll move in on these guys and we'll give it a shot. Here's a random totem here. So we got a random totem, which means we do have people nearby. We'll get the bolos out and ready. Ah! And I'm stuck in a tree. Oh, there's a player. What the heck? You guys saw that, right? How did he get out of that? Ah, good old hacker. Already. You guys saw me bolo him. I boloed him and he got out of it and instantly killed me. Look at him. Oh, that's unfortunate that there's already hackers in the game. Oh, man. That's unfortunate. Well, hey, at least it was caught on camera. So that way, if maybe the developers watch this sort of stuff, that kind of makes them aware that there are hackers already in the game. Well, hope you guys enjoyed some Stompingland, guys. When we come back, hopefully we can find a cave system, explore that, get some expertise, and hopefully find somebody for a manhunt. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you guys next time.